Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? We're doing something a little bit different, man. So my good friend School Collector, or Sounds Familiar, on YouTube, recently posted a Floor versus Adrian video, right? And it got a bit of traction, should we say. It's got about 12,000 views or something like that. And I wanted to thank the Floor Jansen army. He wanted to thank all the people and just to show all the nice comments he's been getting. Like, since he posted that. Like, he never added any comparison, he never said who won, he just did a straight, like, vocal battle. And then, these are the comments that he got. Like, yes, if you look on my video, mine went a little bit more biased, as Adrian is my favourite vocalist in the world right now, and Seven Spires is my favourite band. But, still. Like, in his, it's completely unbiased. This one, I don't think it's going to be as unbiased as where we started out, but still. We're going to get into it, man. I'm going to give my thoughts, my opinions, all of that stuff on this. And yeah, man. Let's start the new year in the best way possible, man. Let's go. Oh, man, even put Seven Spires as the background. So yeah. I'm probably not going to use the Seven Spires background, to be fair with you, but it's still interesting he put Seven Spires as the background. Like I said, man, this one's probably not going to be very, very fair. But to be fair, the comments probably aren't going to be either, man. So it's a fair game, man. So let's see. So he said thank you to the Floor Jansen army. Let me actually read it. So thank you, Floor Jansen army, for making this video possible. Some fair comments, some arrogant, judge for yourself. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Like, just as the video says so. I'm going to say, like, some might be very, very positive and nice. Some might be very horrible, man, we'll say. Let's say, Floor fan. Floor, and it's not even close. You really don't think Floor can do what the other chick did? In what universe did he even say that? It's a video that's literally about... It's a comparison, like, it's not, like, he didn't say anything like that. Like, it's just look, this amazing lady Adrian can, like, do a note that's probably more powerful than Floor in that one instance, and probably in general. Like, I don't get where he said it. I don't get where's the animosity coming from. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're gonna have animosity towards something, why would you do it in that sense? Why would you just be like that way? Like, why would you not say, oh, that's cool, man, there's another singer that's really good, I can go check out this other singer? Like, just look at her, man, she's so powerful, she has so much passion and talent, but no, it's like a personal attack rather than something else. Like, you know what I mean? But still, let's keep going. Okay, the answer will always be Floor until I die. No one will ever even be even close. That's arrogance at its finest. That's... Let me put it this way, man. If you are judging your singers based off just range, then you don't like music. Like, you just don't. Like, if you just compare ranges after ranges after ranges, you don't enjoy music to any kind of level. Like, that's not what music is for. As an example, I'm going to take both this out of the equation, man. So a band, a Draconium, with their album Arcane Rainfall, is an album I've been listening to since I was about 13, 14, 15 years old, somewhere around there, right? It's what used to help me sleep. It's what used to help me get over parts of my cerebral palsy, and, like, you know, to help me to be able to relax and to ignore the pain in my legs for a little bit so that I could actually drift off to sleep. And it's one that helps me with that, but because of that, it leads to that personal, emotional connection to the music, as well as the music itself being amazing and being passionful and powerful, but it also adds to that emotional connection. So, like, if you're not putting your own personal feelings into the music, then what is the point? Like, if you're just there for, like, whatever reason, man, if nobody else will ever even be close, if nothing else can ever top that in a million cajillion years, then is that really a way to be? No, that's just arrogance at its finest. Because me personally, I'm hoping that I find somebody better than Adrian. I'm hoping there's a band that's better than Seven Spires for the symphonic genre. I'm hoping there is, because I want to see that. I want to see what that next evolution is, man. I want to see where we can go with this. I want to see the upper stratosphere of music, man, and the tippity top of the mountain, as it were. And we're pretty much there right now, but new bands are always coming, so that's always going to be a thing, man, but still. So from Kelsey H, poor Adrian almost burst his head. It's his, really? That's offensive, man. You should really, really, really read your comments before you post them, man. Like his head, you know. Whatever. I'll ignore that, but kind of effed up, man. There can only be one goddess, and that was, is, and always will be a flaw. Like, Like, I get what they're saying, but they called Adrian a he, so I kind of have to take offense to that. Just because it's offensive that way. Like, you shouldn't misgender people. It's not a really good thing to do, regardless of anything else, man. If you're going to call somebody, like, not, if somebody's female and they have the pronouns as being female, you should never call them a he. That's offensive. It's a dangerous comment to do. Like, it can be really, 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 really taken the wrong way in a lot of different ways too, man, but still. But yeah, the typical arrogance, like I said in the last one, man, the same thing. I know he's got some good comments as well. I know he's just starting out with these, so we'll see. Floor, the only queen of metal, no doubt at all. Fair dues. Like, if you just want, if you think Floor is the queen of metal, then go for it. That's totally your opinion. Like, I'm not going to argue with you, but there's no arrogance. You see what I mean? There's no like, this person sucks or this person is this, like, or like, you know what I mean? There's just like, oh no, like, I just love Floor. Floor's amazing, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine. But also at the same time, like, you see comments like this, which are quite nice, which are quite positive. Like, they're not like negative towards anything. They're just like, you know what? Like, no doubt at all, in my mind, like, that person loves Floor. Like, that makes sense, right? But there's no negativity, which is an important thing to mention, so. You see, so someone neutral, this is a completely neutral comment. Oh damn, now we're getting into the longest comments. Okay, let me actually read this up. It is silly to compare them. They do it differently. Floor shoots this note like a cannon and uses a strong vibrato. And changing at the beginning in Floor's note is more difficult. Floor's voice sounds more chesty and larger. Then he posts to a different video. I don't get why, because that's not what we're comparing. The comparisons between two videos. So we have like the pro shot of Floor and we have a mobile camera of Adrian. So in terms of just pure quality of video, if Adrian is even close to Floor with the way it was shot, Adrian wins, because that's just how it goes. And the fact people are having to defend this, to think, oh my god, she is so close, and this is with a phone camera. Like, this is no pro level, no pro shot, none of that. 7 Spires aren't big enough yet. They're still making their mark in the world, but they're getting there. They're growing very, very quickly. Thanks to lots of different bands, thanks to like Twilight Force and Dragon Force and a few other bands just helping them tour. And all of that stuff, but that's the thing. Like, if you're having to compare and contrast against a pro shot Floor versus a phone camera Adrian, how powerful will Adrian be if you have it on a pro shot? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would you even need to compare this? Why would you even need to say this? You'd be like, this is not even the same level. It shouldn't be, because it's 2 different levels of quality. And the fact that Adrian is standing up to that, the fact that she's actually like in the same realm on depending on quality is absolutely insane levels to me, man. But still, here Floor does it much better. That's on that one. That's all from the. There we go. Floor can smoothly rise in one breath from a chest voice in the low register to a high head 6 register. D6 F6 notes. Rise through several registers. Floor also holds a D6 note for 11 seconds perfectly. And this is after she had surgery for breast cancer. Yeah, that's just a BS thing to put in. Yes, she had surgery. Yes, she had cancer. And that's sad, and I wish her all the best, all the recovery in the world, man. I've been listening to Floor Jansen since she was in After Forever. Since way before most of the people knew who she was. Like, most people found Floor when she entered Nightwish. I've known the Floor since I was a kid, man. I was listening to After Forever when I was listening to Draconian. Like, back then, man, so. I'm not saying all of you, but a lot of people, all the new fans that are coming in who were just finding Floor now. Where were you like 10 plus years ago when she actually needed the support to get better? When After Forever needed more support? When Revamp started? Like, where were all of you then? When, like, you know what I mean? Like, all these people are coming in now, but yes, I get it, man. Like, Nightwish are a huge band. They've been around since the like mid-90s. And they are like one of the biggest symphonic bands. That doesn't make them the best, it just makes them one of the biggest. So yeah. And yeah, I'm guessing we're getting a reply to this as well. But yeah, adding in a cancer diagnosis is a fucked up thing to do. Just so you guys know. Like, if you're going to put in she had cancer as an excuse, as a, oh my god, she did this even with, no, don't do that. It's a fucked up thing to do, man. Don't do that. It's offensive. As much as you think it's a positive, as much as you think that it is proper negative, man. I should probably let this play as we went, to be fair, but still. Okay, then... Oh, no, that was just one comment. I guess there wasn't any replies to that one, but still. And we have Corey O'Brien? Brian? No, it's not Brian, it's Breen. It does seem as though Adrian can bout higher notes than Floor. However, both are impressive singers. I like to sing Ghost Love Score, and I can't do what Floor does at the end. Exactly! That's what I've been saying from the very beginning of this video. They are both amazing singers. They both have crazy ranges and passion and power. Well, it depends. Like, Floor recently, in my opinion, has lost a little bit of passion, but in terms of pure vocal range, they are both powerful singers. And as Score says, as the guy who made the video says, indeed, both are incredible. And then Scott B replies, what you just said, it does seem as though she can bout higher notes than Floor, but this is based off of one moment of one song. So go do your research before you make a statement like this. This is the problem I have when people come on here and they put on one clip of each singer. It is so stupid. I can't stand when people do this, and yes, I'm faulting myself because when I see this, I jump on here myself and I give in also. I will say that this woman definitely has a nice voice, and she definitely can hit a high note. That's great. Go look at some of Floor's old stuff. She actually hits notes higher than this. But most people won't do their research, but they'll be the first people to get on a soapbox and trash a certain singer. That's the thing. Nobody trashed Floor. Nobody trashed Adrian. The only people trashing Adrian are the Floor fans. Those are the only people trashing anybody right here. But this was a nice neutral comment, and I think this person's also kind of having their moment in time to be like, you know what, that's true. But he's still defending Floor. For some reason, this was a neutral comment. Like, this original comment was neutral. Was like, these are both amazing singers, but people can't seem to accept that another singer can be in the same realm as Floor. Whereas in my mind, like, I've been listening to Adrian for quite a long time now. Well, ish. Like a couple of years at least, man, but still. Like, not since the very beginning of them, but when I discovered them and I really got into them. Like, the things that separate the two, in my opinion, is passion. Like, yes, Floor has a range, but the thing is, like, Floor doesn't write her own songs now. Like, it's all Thomas. It's all Nightwish, it's all that type of stuff. And even when she does her own solo stuff, like, it's, like, I don't know, it doesn't feel the same. From the ones I've seen, it's okay, it's powerful, but the passion isn't quite there. Whereas Adrian, she writes, she composes, she does all of the symphonics, she helps basically, like, put the whole song together, she does all of that. So this Seven Spires is her baby. That's what she started, like, that's her, like, love child, you know what I mean? That's what she started, that's her passion. And you can feel that. You can feel that deep within it, man. It's just that kind of music. You can feel how passionful, how deep, how crazy talented she is for all she does, for all she composes and writes and all of that. She is an amazing person, an amazing vocalist, just somebody to be admired, not somebody to be ridiculed on a simple comparison. If you don't know who she is, go do your research, you know what I mean? But still. And there we go. Now we have, I think this is one of two, man, so we're just going to read this out and then we'll do the last bit, so. Exactly what I just said, man. Why are you salty towards me? If I'm wrong, please educate and provide said research that proves me wrong. Tell me which song she sings higher notes in. You're talking to a vocal nerd. I'm happy to learn new things. I'm a recent fan of Seven Spires and Adrian Coleman. I've seen Nightwish live with Floor 3 times. I've been listening to Nightwish since I was 14. I'm 31 now. She's basically my age. I'm 32, so. And I'm familiar with Floor's vocals on the last 2 albums, as well as a bunch of videos of her performing live. That includes songs she did with Revamp and After Forever. I've also watched hours of vocal coaches analysing her voice. I'm aware she sings higher notes than here, though I'd say this is up there with the highest notes when she sings Ghost Love Score live, especially the part in this video. If I recall, 2 vocal coaches on YouTube said she goes into her mixed voice to hit these notes. She just makes it very beefy, chesty sounding because she's very adept there. However, and this is not saying anything bad about either singer, it appears to me that Adrian, in fact, does bout higher than Floor, though Floor's full range is 1 note higher than Adrian's. I did a quick Google search. Since you were adamant about research, Floor ranges from C3 to F6, and Adrian from C3 to D6. Adrian appears to rely almost solely on chest and bout notes. Yes, Floor sings higher in other songs than in this video, but I don't think they are bouted notes. They are mixed and head. My original statement that Adrian appears to be able to bout higher notes does still stand. So yeah, that's a very long comment, I know. It's like a lot to read out, don't get me wrong, but still. You can get the idea of it all, right? You can see how it's all going. This is a very reasonable person. This person's watched a lot of vocal coaches, like analysing Floor's voice, analysing her vocal ranges, all of that stuff. And it appears that, yes, Adrian might be slightly weaker in pure range, but she makes up for it in pure passion and energy and everything else, man. Like, Adrian is also very versed in, like, black metal vocal styles and growled vocal styles. Yes, Floor is to a degree too, but Adrian is way more versed in that sense, so she can go up to her high range, but she can also go much lower. She can go straight into her vocal fry, into her mids, into her lows, into all of that stuff. Like, she has a very mixed range. It's not just straight, like, clean voice. It's both, and she has both, and she does both beautifully and perfectly. In my opinion, anyway. Like, you don't have to agree with me. I'm very much on the side of Adrian, but I'm very fair. Like, I don't BS. I don't try to be one person over another. I'm very fair towards vocals. Like I can agree in pure vocal range, Adrian's a little bit weaker, but in terms of like energy and passion, that shoots her above any vocalist that we have today. In my opinion, anyway, man. But still, but this is gonna keep going, I think. But we'll see. And then she ended it, I think, with didn't say it as if it was absolute truth. And didn't say either singer was better than the other. Prove me wrong if I'm wrong, exactly. If I'm wrong, if you don't agree with me, please prove me wrong. Show me examples, show me your research of what you did to prove this or this or this or that, which is what most people don't do. And it annoys the fuck out of me, man, but still. And then this person is very reasonable at the end, it seems like, man. See, you start with a thing like this person's actually calming down, being reasonable in their deductions by the looks of it, which is kind of cool to see, to be fair with you. You're probably not wrong. I'm glad you wrote me back, and I'm not salty towards you at all. I'm very jaded over these posts. I'm just so sick and tired of people plotting one person against another, and some are doing it in good faith and in good gesture, but he winds up just clickbaiting the trolls, and then they just come out to play. Then all hell breaks loose. Like, yeah, exactly, like, I don't think, like, Skull was meaning to clickbait the trolls, if that makes sense. He was just trying to make a comparison. Go look at his channel. He makes comparisons with every single person, like, every singer that he likes and enjoys. He will compare them. He doesn't care. If he hears a band that does one song that sounds exactly like another, he'll compare it. Or if he wants to do a vocal battle between things, he'll do that also. That's just how he is. He just likes comparing and contrasting. Like how most people love watching vocal coaches, he loves like comparing music against another style of music, or a female vocalist versus a female vocalist to determine who has the most power and passion and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a personal attack of any sort. Like I said, there was no comments on the video itself. It was just straight Floor into Adrian, and then that's how it works. You know what I mean? But still. This is partially my fault because the second that I see some of these headlines, I know the conversations are going to be ugly, and I should just refrain. So I'm a little bit of a hypocrite myself. Yeah, exactly, a little bit, but that's fine. It happens. If you're passionate about something, that's just how it goes. You did enough research to know them, but there are people that come out here and they do what you did, but then they don't justify it the way that you just did to me. You definitely know what you're talking about, and you definitely did some research, and that's great. Just like in sports, we can't judge off of one game or one player. That would be unfair, and yes, I've definitely seen clips where Floor has gone higher than this. And it probably sounded better than the end of this version of Ghost Love Score. But a lot of people haven't seen it. Like, it depends, because, like, if you start comparing it to a different video, it doesn't make sense, because this is based off one video. If you're going to try to bring it to, like, 20 other videos, it doesn't make sense to me anymore. Like, this is one total, like, Ghost Love Score versus a phone quality Adrian, like, and that's it. if you're gonna have to try to go to a different video. But like I said, this is phone quality, so if she's even in the same league as Floor in this video, this means Adrian most likely wins, because, like, it has to, right? Pro shot versus phone shot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, most phone shots are absolutely awful, but the fact that Adrian is so powerful at it, man, damn. I know, this video's taking ages, man. It's taking way longer than I thought to. But no, that person turned out to be, like, pretty awesome, to be fair. So, PTB Empire, man, passes in the chat, man, or in the comment, should I say. Adrian wins. Yep, that's my, prognosis there. Indeed. Yep, obviously, there, like, Skull's being a little, not biased, but yeah, that's his thoughts too, like, Adrian wins, for sure. That's my thoughts too, man. Then John is like, fuck no. Whatever that means, but still. What did she win? A bag of candy? Those stupid comparisons, I could puke. And then I love what Skull claps back with. That's so cool, man. Like, oh, so why not say that to those saying Floor won? Exactly, man. If you're not gonna say that to those saying Floor won, don't say it to Adrian either. You have to be fair along the board because you're biased. Being biased is not really the best way to go, in my opinion, man. But still, we know it's gonna fight. Okay, your answer shows me that you have absolutely no idea about music. Neither of them won because they are so different and they cannot be compared. Just an FYI. Nightwish, symphonic metal, Seven Spires, symphonic metal. Yes, she's singing with Avantasia, which is what, power metal? But in terms of her normal range, in terms of her normal vocal style, she is most definitely a symphonic metal singer. That is her preferred genre of music. Like a dark and symphonic, closer to like a darker epica in a sense, but still like more powerful than epica and more powerful than Nightwish, in my opinion only. You don't have to agree with me. I don't really care either way. Then Skull's like, I'm sure the Nightwish army and Floor are proud of you for your arrogant comments on the video. That means nothing. And the fact that you didn't say to those saying Floor won only shows you're one of her toxic fans. But it's okay, hate away. Thanks for the comments. All you've effectively done is help boost my numbers. Yeah, I agree. Like, he's totally like, that's the basic premise of it all, man. Skull broke it down perfectly. There isn't really much else to really say about it, to be completely fair with you. I love the Seven Spires in the background, it's so cool. Go watch the original video, man, you'll love it. It's very much like a darker version of like Adrian. There's a lot of growling in this song, which shows her other range. And then, oh, the Scott B is back, man. He's back in this one too. I'm a huge Floor fan and a huge Nightwish fan, but it does bother me when some of our toxic fans get toxic, because there is no reason to it. And I still believe it is a small percentage of the Nightwish fans and Floor fans that get toxic. They just make themselves known a lot more, and it does bother me because they go to the ends of the earth to defend Nightwish and Floor for reasons I will never understand. I agree. I don't get it either. Why would you defend us to such levels, to such degrees? Like, yes, Floor's an amazing singer. I've listened to Floor for a very, very long time, but I can admit when someone's better. I can see when somebody's better. Like, for me personally, you don't have to agree with me, like I said, or this whole video. You don't have to agree with my opinions, that doesn't matter to me. Like, in my opinion, Adrian is the best female singer in the world right now. And I'm waiting for the next one to come along, or to see how Adrian evolves with her voice over time and time and time, and how Seven Spires evolves. But at the same time, man, I'm not saying Seven Spires is perfect. Even Seven Spires has songs I don't like. There's one song in particular that I don't like that they've done, which is Lightbringer. If you listen to it, it sounds like poppy bullshit. And I can admit that freely and fully, and I don't mind about that. That's totally a thing. Like, every band has songs that you shouldn't like. You shouldn't defend somebody to the end of the earth, because they can always turn around and make something that you don't like at the same time. Because if you ask for you and you ask Nightwish, I don't think they really give two craps what most other people think about them. Their careers are justified. They're in a band that's been around for a heck of a long time. And we all know that Floor can sing, so, like, I don't understand why people defend them so much when the band itself of Floor doesn't feel the need to defend themselves. No, because that's economics, in a sense. That's giving free publicity towards Nightwish. As in, Nightwish get a lot of views from, obviously, reactions and reactionists, and they take all the money for themselves for that. They take all the copyright, and I don't think they give anything back to the reaction scene that help boost their numbers up to where they are now. Like, It's why I don't really do Nightwish anymore, or even Floor in general, because I don't agree with the practices. Especially, I think, was it an Instagram post where they were so proud or so flaunting of the reaction scene, but then, like, why are you not supporting the reactors who are supporting you? And I don't even mean me, I don't give a fuck, mate. You don't have to support me, I'm a small creator. But in terms of, like, the big creators, the vocal coaches, all of those vocal coaches who have really helped, the ones who have to pause every 10 to 20 seconds just so they don't get copyrighted by Nightwish and other bands that do it. Like, if you're going to support the reaction scene, actually support the reaction, just take all the copyright off reaction videos. Don't do it for every video. But if somebody gives you a request to be like, no, can you take the copyright off this? This song was 4 minutes long and I did a video that's 50 minutes long or 30 minutes long or 20 minutes long. Like, there's a lot more content than just your song in there. It's showing so much more than what you could imagine towards it. But still, man. And yeah, do we have any more after this? Or is this the last one? Or is it? Devil Diver. One sounds like a high pitch cat, the other is Floor. No, that's just fucked up, mate. Why is the need for the second comment? What point does the second comment even give to me, man? What the fuck? Like, one sounds like a high pitch cat, the other is Floor. No, that's the quality of the camera. Like, if you heard it with a proper pro shot, man, you'd be blown away. You'd probably stand over Adrian as well. Like, I can understand why people stand over bands and singers and whatever else, man. It's like, that's what gets singers killed. It's what killed the Pantera guitarist, Dayum, that's the word I'm looking for. Like, because of a toxic fan who just was like, yeah, but still, like, I don't believe in toxicity in terms of the music scene. If you're going to be this level of like toxic, you don't really need to be in the metal scene. To be fair with you, you're just literally making us look really bad. Like, I agree with being fair. And fair is fair. It doesn't matter. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. Floor versus whoever, it doesn't matter. Whoever versus whoever. I'm always going to be honest. I'm always going to go with the person who is better regardless of who. Because say in this video, that the one that I reacted to, say if it was a fact that Floor completely overpowered Adrian, I would have said so. Honestly, I would have said so. Like, I don't care, I'll admit it. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. The fact that these people are so defensive over a simple mobile shot compared to a pro shot, and the fact that Adrian is so close to it, the fact that she's so powerful and she actually won it, in my opinion, that's just like, I want to hear it pro shotted, man. I want to see the same production level from Adrian as from Floor. And then we got a battle on the way, man. That'll be sick, but still. Floor is the goddess, I'm Scottish. Okay. Cool. So, that's the end of the comments. So, I appreciate all the comments. Toxic included. Why? Because a comment is a comment. A dislike is a like. A view is a view. All help the vid with the algorithm. Okay. That's what we want. That's why we post, like, clickbait thumbnails and titles and all that stuff, man. It's just like, it doesn't make sense to me, but still. No, that's back when I did 11k views, and it's got more views than that now. But still. That short, as of now, has 11k views, well, 12, 13k views by now, probably. This is proving the point I just made about how you've helped it along. Thank you so much. No, that's nice. Thank you all for supporting my friend, man. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for supporting him and getting his channel more, getting more subscribers, all that good stuff. Like, allowing his channel to get more visible, man. He's actively gotten more subscribers in the last few weeks since he posted this video, which is kind of sick, man. I'm glad he's finally getting some attention, which is what he needs, man. But still. This is just my thoughts, my opinions, whatever the hell else you want to call them on this about the comments and all of that stuff. Either way. Let me know what you thought down below. Feel free to insult me, call me, like, whatever the hell you want to call me, or whatever else, like. But still. I hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, or night. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Say good.